Hiya! Gaming Samurai here, and we're back with another Dreamcast Guy reaction. So, Xbox admits they lied. Game Pass is a huge failure. Man, let me guess. Xbox is dead. Man. The audacity this guy has is crazy, bro.
Hey there, gamers. Dreamcast Guy here, and today we're talking about Xbox.
Show his controller! I told you he was going to show his controller every time. 3 seconds in, he's showing his goddamn controller.
Because they just released a statement admitting that they have been lying. They have lied in hundreds of podcasts and interviews. Every statement by Phil Spencer, it is all completely made up.
Damn, hundreds?
Xbox is Game
Fucking
Pass,
bug.
this big experiment.
Hundreds? What is this? A Marvel Phase 9 conspiracy? This man really talks like Phil Spencer in his walls whispering, Game Pass is profitable. Come on, bro. Come on. You're not being hunted, dude. You're watching a subscription service struggle. That's all you're doing, man. That's all. You hurt me, daddy. Blah, 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 blah. Shoot, shoot, bang.
That they basically said that instead of trying to charge you $60 or $70 for a game, or now $80 for a game, instead you get a big pool of players to chip in a small amount, $8, $20, right? The Game Pass subscription, and then that big pool of cash, Xbox uses it to buy developers.
Yeah, it's called capital. You know how business works. The Dreamcast guy talks about this like it's a Ponzi scheme, bro. Come on, eh? Now I just need a cigar in my mouth. But hey, it's whatever. You know, they took your $15 and used it to make more games. How dare they? Timmer. Come on, man.
Games to basically break
Show your controller again. That'll really get us going on your side, buddy.
even. And since the very, very start, Phil Spencer has said on camera, like thousands of times, Game Pass is profitable. Don't worry about closures. Don't worry about layout.
It's profitable and it's dead.
Don't worry about these strict restrictions. We want our developers to be free to make the games they want. They just admitted Game Pass has never been profitable. Since the very start, Game Pass has been geysering cash. And I feel so justified. I have to admit this. I've been talking.
Breaking news! A long-term tech investment didn't print cash overnight. Netflix lost billions its first 10 years, and now rules streaming. It rules streaming now, okay? Xbox is doing the same play, if you haven't noticed. But here's Dreamcast guy acting like they brought his little piggy bank.
About the unprofitability of this, and constantly people say, would Xbox lie? Xbox claims it's making money.
Say Xbox right. It's not Xbox. Fucking idiot.
Look, they did lie. Let's talk about it. I hope you're having a great day, and if you could, please give this video a like.
I'll give it a thumbs down. You like that?
Subscribe if you haven't already. I have to admit that it is wild to just finally see them say this out here, but Phil Spencer and Satya Nadella from Microsoft have been lying to their investors and shareholders. They kept saying Game Pass is profitable when it very clearly wasn't. They simply did not count the cost of first-party games and budgets, only the fees paid to third parties and marketing. Do you read that? They literally admitted, this is so psychotic, the games are profitable if you pretend they're free. Like, legitimately. How many hundreds of millions of dollars did they spend making that wet turd Starfield? I mean...
Starfield caught astray like it's walking down the street in a trench coat. Let's be real, dog. Starfield has issues. Yeah, whatever. It has issues. Sure. But don't act like PlayStation hasn't dropped some stinkers. Remember Babylon's Fall? Oh, wait. No one does. Huh.
That was clearly a huge investment beyond even the marketing and stuff. Bethesda is a massive, massive studio. They funded that development for years and years and
It's not bigger than my wee-wee.
years. How many of these games are just costing tons? Gears of War E-Day, the next Forza, Halo Infinite, right?
Forza, not Forza.
Those games are not breaking even, very obviously, because they're so
I have a speech impediment, and I talk better than this guy, man. What's his excuse? Look at that face. I just want to punch him.
expensive to upkeep, to dev, to make. They're saying they're profitable if their games don't cost money to make. They're literally asking. Everybody was like, bro, so all these years when Xbox fanboys pointed to Phil Spencer claiming Game Pass was profitable, as most sensible people were skeptical or flat out didn't believe.
You don't mix internal dev costs and a service revenue metrics, my guy. You don't blame your Spotify subscription for why Taylor Swift needs a private jet.
Believe them. Turns out it's because Phil conveniently left out the single most expensive aspect of Game Pass. The whole idea of Game Pass was straight up that. It's, yes, sometimes there is third-party deals, stuff like what they did with Expedition 33, where they reached out to the devs and said, we want this day one on Game Pass. And they go, okay, pay us $1 million or whatever, right? They are only counting that in their record books. They're claiming that all their games didn't cost money. Now, already, I've seen some Xbox fanboys trying to defend this and saying that
Xbox, bro, say it right.
Oh, Xbox Division is separate from Xbox Game Pass. But nobody would have assumed that.
That's not what they're saying. This is peak YouTube rage bait logic. If I scream enough, the facts will disappear. Bro's treating an earnings report like it's BuzzFeed quiz, dude.
If I'm looking
Lord,
at Netflix, Netflix technically sells DVDs.
That's what I think about you. A big old burp.
Stranger Things Season 8, whatever the hell that show's on, you can buy them on DVD, right? But you know that when Netflix
I can't wait for my boys in the comments to fucking drill your ass, man. You just wait.
talks about profitability, they're talking about the total amount to make shows, to produce them, and to put them out. They're not talking about the profitability of the DVDs separate from the cost of putting out the shows themselves. They purposely have been lying to claim to investors, yeah, man, this is still a good idea. The Game Pass experiment is definitely still worth investing in. Oh, God. Every day the news gets worse and more bleak. The Game Pass revelations are insane. It makes me thankful that they never ended up acquiring the likes of Sega, Square Enix, or WB, or many of the other publishers they were linked to. Oh my God, dude, this is the best point. There has been talks about somebody trying to buy out WB. If they bought them, they would just lay everybody off. It's weird to think about the fact that Sega has grown a lot in the last couple of years. The success of Persona, obviously, they're jointly.
Well, Sonic's been gutted by Sega more than I could count, dude. Like, Microsoft wouldn't have done anything worse than what Sonic's already survived. You know, that's my opinion, I guess, but it is what it is.
Working with Atlas, all the stuff with Yakuza games, on top of the explosive popularity of stuff like Sonic Frontiers, they would have gutted that. They would have said, sorry, Sonic Frontiers isn't profitable enough because it doesn't fit this weird metric. You all get the axe. I guarantee it. All the replies, what's bleak about this? Why would they count their own games? A single month of 35 million subscribers theoretically pays for a whole year of development of AAA, a game that takes 3 to 5 years. They've already announced they're spending approximately $1 billion a year for Game Pass. You really don't understand how much they're spending on development. Yeah, so one of the specific numbers that Xbox themselves keeps kicking around is we have 40 games in development. They keep saying that. We have 40 games in development. Let's assume most of those probably AA or single A. Only a couple of those are big AAA. But let's say even 25%. Let's say even 25% of those are big AAA games.
Single A? Okay.
That still means billions and billions of dollars of investment on this 35 million subscribers. Are you really trying to tell me this somehow is breaking even? I truly, truly don't believe it. Now, I had to put this meme in here because...
Of course you don't believe it. You believe in console drama, not math, bro. Next you're going to tell us the moon landing was staged because the shadows are too Sony.
Because this does actually crack me up. Colin Moriarty got absolutely flooded with hate. He did a video a couple of years ago where he very much went into the math and basically calculated it out and said, okay, how much subscribers do they really need to have to break even? Let's just sort of try to figure out exactly what it costs, roughly what these games are having, how much are they selling, how much does it take to break even. And he basically said, not only are they in the red, they are deep, deep, deep in the red. And he got flooded with hate for, I think to this day, he still gets flooded with hate. And I have to admit the fact that I like the fact that he just said, wow, I'm hearing this for the first time just now. Like,
I mean, Colin's been wrong more times than Sonic has had bad 3D games. It's not pretend quoting his spreadsheet makes you a profit. He said the Vita would outsell the Switch. Don't come at me, bro. Come on, man.
You gotta give the guy credit.
Yeah!
It is absolutely. Phil said every studio needs.
So, I don't know,
to be
man.
profitable by themselves. Games,
Whatever.
microtransactions, selling legacy games, coalition helping other studios. There is way too many variables to give this, oh, this is it. I feel like people are still trying to defend this, but to me it's so black and white. They lied to you because it's very obvious that from the very, very start, the point of Xbox hasn't been about selling games. It's unfortunately a way for Microsoft to have an extra investment branch. I mean, they've never explicitly stated it, but it's very obvious that they make trillions of dollars on Microsoft Excel and Microsoft Word.
That's called diversification, dude. Ever heard of Google? They've got a YouTube division, a Pixel division, a dude in the basement running Stadia's grave. Welcome to Big Tech 101, everybody.
Microsoft Windows. But they've always had the idea that their company looks bigger, it looks more profitable if they also have a physical distribution on actual first-party games, selling controllers and stuff. This makes them more profitable in the eyes of investors. But now, with the Game Pass experiment just gushing money down the street, I think a lot of those investors are starting to turn that eye of Sauron and say, wait, why are we paying for you to piss this down the drain? Why are we investing for you to buy $80 billion studios like Activision Blizzard that just put out stuff third-party anyways? Game Pass was never going to break even. I hate to be that guy, but I was right. Obviously, I was right. Everybody was right.
You being right is like a broken clock, though, bro, because you scream the same thing every year. You fucking scream it. And then you do a victory lap when something vaguely aligns. Congratulations. Nostradamus of the nerd rage, bro.
Right. Anybody that was trying to defend this years ago, it was so obviously wrong. Well, thanks so much for watching. Hope you have a good day. If you could, please give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and please keep dreaming. I get nothing but chicken and rice. I'm not even going to show it to you. It's the...
He's a gym rat who forgot to lift. I get it. Alright, man. Y'all can go give this Gone Gone video a like and subscribe now. I did my best on the video. I just want y'all hit the little sub button, hit the little thumbs up button, and I'll see y'all later now, y'all. Y'all have a good one now. I'm saying, thanks for watching my video.